Oh my God, am I live yet or what? Am I live? Am I live? Says I have 32. It's going up 32 seconds. I don't think it's supposed to be going up. Stop. Well, maybe I'm on. Because I'm not getting any younger here. I wanted to pop on early for one thing, because of that reason. For that very reason. Drinking some hot chocolate. What about you? What are you drinking? Anything good? Tell you. I don't know about you, but getting older has not matured me. So, um, I don't think I'm the exception to the rule. I think people are born with their personalities and they kind of take shape as you grow, but um, you know, you ever see a little kid like 3 years old with a little frown and thinking real hard? Yep, I have. And if you've seen another 3-year-old go jump off the stairs with abandon, two different personalities right there. you know, so I can say that, I have friends that I've known for many decades, and their personality stayed pretty much the same. And, you know, those of us who have siblings, so anyway, at one time I thought as people got older, they get more mature, but I've decided that's probably not right to think. It's probably not a thing. Anyway, yeah, not a thing. Don't get me wrong. I know it's hard to be a 3-year-old on the one hand, and there's all these stages of life in between, and there's the old folks right here. And yesterday, I mentioned that, you know, I thought everybody has a hard life and every stage of life is hard and that kind of thing. But now that I've given it even more thought, I might as well just tell you what I've been thinking. Yeah, I think old is worse. The old stage is way worse. I won't even tell you. I won't tell you why. Let me put it this way. A lot of people say, hey, you're retired? Congratulations. Oh, what are you going to be doing? Oh, it's like a vacation. Well, I hate to tell these people, it's not like a vacation because when vacations end, you go back to work. Uh-huh. When retirement ends, so old is worse. Oh my God. I'm proving a lot of points, aren't I? So yesterday, I did order seeds and everything I need for my flowers. Excuse me. And I got one, okay, just one package of these gigantic tomatoes, pink ones, real inside has a lot of flesh in it too from the picture. It looks so awesome, heirloom kind of thing. And I got those seeds today just for the tomatoes. So I am going to get my plastic egg container thing with the lid that closes up on it like a little mini, you know, hot house thingy. And that's gonna work perfect. I'm getting excited. So I did do that. I did get the bird feeders down and I cleaned them half of the way. Yes, I was supposed to finish that job, but I didn't because I didn't feel like it. Didn't want to. Could have, but didn't. And it's going to rain tomorrow, so I emptied a bunch of it out and left it outside for the rain to get at it. And when the next sunny day comes, I'll hook up the hose, get to work with that. Because I went out to do the bird feeders, I only did that halfway, and then I picked up a rake and saw that there were leaves in where the flowers are supposed to be, not the ones I'm gonna you know put my seeds on, but some other areas that are already, you know, the flowers have been planted and ready to come up. I thought, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of leaves. So I do part of that job, and there is some stuff popping up, but I got sick of doing that job. So those were two jobs I did part of the way, which is good, which is good. It's part of the way, you know, no sense in rushing things. The leaves are out of the way enough that plants can grow in the next few days until the next sunny day comes when I finish those both jobs. So, you know, I did go for a couple of walks today. Oh my gosh. I heard birds, birds I hadn't heard since, last year, really. Pretty excited about that. I was like, oh my gosh. I saw buds. I guess I was saying the same thing yesterday, but it's just such a nice time of year. Springtime. It's pretty awesome. In life too. Springtime. All right. I'm old, but it's okay. Still having some fun. Really enjoying this hot chocolate. You know, it's very special to have a nice little treat for any reason, no reason, whatever. Yeah. My coffee this morning tasted extra good. Those are two things right there I was appreciating today. See that? What a positive attitude. Hmm. Oh my gosh. Depending on where you live in the country, or whatever country you are, first of all, you may or may not have any lawn work to do or an interest in doing it or whatever at all. But I am the luckiest person ever because I have some spots to plant things. For instance, my neighbor doesn't have an inch that he could plant anything in. So, like, I've got the best spot. Really, really good. I did grow some green beans last year, and I don't care for green beans, so I did give my neighbor some. So it kind of works out, right? I gave them all to him, really, 'cause I don't care for green beans. But they're really pretty. They're pretty plant, pretty flowers. Um, and somebody ate them. That's the main thing. But I just decided on, like I said, flowers this year, really, mostly. So we'll see. We'll see what pops up on its own. I had a big, gigantic Brussels sprouts come back or stay, never did die completely from the year before last. And all last summer, it was growing little um, Brussels sprouts on it. And out there today, there's this big, big offshoot of it. That thing is wild. It's not a plant that's supposed to come up every year. And it's not growing from a seed or anything else, or it's not a separate plant from 2 years ago. It's the same plant. But everything else, of course, is dead. I did see some green carrot tops out there. How is that possible? Green after all winter. Oh, they had leaves on it and then snow on top of that. And snow's a great fertilizer. So I already put some cucumber seeds in there last year before I closed everything up, and then the green beans, the ones that I couldn't give away that were too big, I had them go to seed, and I took the seed, harvested the seeds and planted those out there. Just stuck them out there. And then I have some plants inside growing because, like I said, the flower of them is so pretty. They're doing pretty good actually. I put my strawberry plants in the house, and some of it I think is still alive. I was hoping it would be more alive. I have a plant light on it, and I take good care of it. So things are happening. So it's good to be able to pick and choose what to do whenever you want. When you're old, you can't do that when you're a kid versus being a kid. That's a positive. I can do what I want. I love getting up whenever I want, though. I do. And staying up all night if I want or whatever. I enjoy that every single day that there's no alarm waking me up. Oh my God. I love that. Doesn't outweigh the other stuff. I mean, I would definitely say that, but okay, just gonna stay to the positive. Okay. I love that. And, eating dessert for breakfast or eating supper for breakfast, eating whenever. Breakfast could be whenever I feel like it. Um, that's really fun. That never gets old to me. In other words, never, 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 never. There's that. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot. There's stuff, let's say. Let's call it. Uh, call it stuff. Yeah. Mhm. What else is good? No, just kidding. I was just thinking, you know, how it is weird that I'm talking about being old. I don't feel like I'm old enough to do that, but I am. I can't believe it. It's like, wow, what do I know? Well, it's true. I've never been old before until I became old, which by all appearances was a while ago. So I should know what the hell I'm doing by now, right? Yep, I should. I don't though. And, who knows? I mean, how does anybody know what to do? But I've had people ask me, well, what are you doing these days? Da, 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 da. And I always feel like, well, what am I supposed to be doing? I don't have a schedule written out, really. No, I mean, honestly, I don't. Yeah, who would? Uh, what do you do? What do other people do? Um, I I like having time to think about what I would like to do for the day and that kind of thing. But when I'm asked about it, I get the impression when people talk to me, it's like, well, they're making more of their time than I'm making of mine. And I'm thinking they're thinking about me that, oh, she's, what the hell is she doing all day long? What do you do all day? I'm going to think about that for an answer. What do I do all day? What do you do all day at certain ages? It's been long known what people do when they're 2 years old, when they're 5 and 10. And what do you do during the day? Pretty mapped out. And you keep going and going and going, going and going. And you go to school and you go to work and da 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 da. And there's like, okay, I know what I'm going to do. And then all of a sudden, you're like, okay, now what do I do? Now what? Now what? Now what? I'm going to be thinking about that. And I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll be wondering what you're going to be thinking.